Negotiations between the United States and Iran is currently going on in Switzerland, which started on the 21st of June 2026. The negotiating team from Iran and that of the United States met in Switzerland and started negotiating on how to end this conflict permanently following the Memorandum of Understanding that they recently signed. And one thing I would like to tell you is that both countries are just wasting their time. They are just buying time. Trust me. They are just enjoying themselves in Switzerland. They are just having fun, enjoying the hotel, the good food, the beautiful life in Switzerland. Nothing is going to come out of this negotiation. Write the date of today down. Today is the 24th of June 2026. Write it down. After a few weeks or after a few months, I'm going to come back here to remind you. Write today's date down. Nothing is going to come out of that negotiation. They are just buying time to maybe either continue the war or maybe for the United States to finally pack their things and quit from the Middle East. Now, I'm not praying for the war to continue. I've told you that several times. I'm not praying for the war to continue, despite the fact that I come here on daily basis to update you on what is currently happening between Iran and the United States. I am one of those persons who doesn't want this conflict to continue because I am hugely affected by this conflict. Most of you will not understand, but I am one of those persons who has been affected by this conflict, and I cannot pray for the war to continue. This is the last thing I will ever do. Now, my responsibility as a geopolitical analyst is to analyze situations, is to analyze events, both past, current, and future events or happenings, and tell you what is happening. This is the work of a geopolitical analyst. If you look at what is currently happening behind the scene, as far as this negotiation is concerned, it's going to be a failure. It's going to be a failure. It's going to end in a fiasco. Trust me. Now, number one reason why I said this negotiation is going to fail is the fact that Donald Trump or the United States is not going to do what they already agreed in the Memorandum of Understanding. Donald Trump continue changing his words. Today, Donald Trump will say one thing, the next minute he says another. Look at what Donald Trump posted on his Truth Social account a few hours ago. He claimed that Iran has told him that they are not collecting tolls, insurance, etc., in the Strait of Hormuz. And if that is not true, if they are telling him lies, negotiations are going to end. He also went further to say that they will not give any money to Iran. They will not give any money to Iran. Several reports already confirm. In fact, if you go through the Memorandum of Understanding, one of the conditions there says that the United States is going to give Iran 300 billion US dollars. But according to Donald Trump, they will not give that money to Iran. They will release that money to their farmers to use it to buy food items, according to Donald Trump. This is not what is mentioned in that Memorandum of Understanding. I believe most of you have taken your time to go through the details in that Memorandum of Understanding. Now, they asked J.D. Vance a few days ago that are you going to release 300 billion US dollars to Iran? He said if Iran respects their obligation by allowing the International Atomic Energy Agency to inspect their nuclear enrichment, they are going to release that money to Iran. In fact, he said the United States allies in the Gulf, referring to the Gulf countries, are going to release that money to Iran. And now Donald Trump came out and said something totally different, opposite from what is mentioned in that memorandum of understanding. Now, the second thing why I said these negotiations are going to end in a fiasco is because the Iranian supreme leader is now calling for their negotiators not to accept anything that has to do with Iran's nuclear enrichment. He is now saying that Iran will never open their doors for the International Atomic Energy Agency to carry out inspection on Iran's nuclear enrichment. So these are just some of the reasons why I said the negotiations are going to fail. In fact, let me add you one more reason. The negotiations are going to fail because of Israel. You all know about it. Israel is not going to respect the Memorandum of Understanding. Part of it said the United States and Israel are going to end all wars in the Middle East and also withdraw their troops. But Israel has refused to withdraw its troops from Lebanon. And also, the United States has not withdrawn its troops from the Persian Gulf. I just read today that, in fact, their aircraft carriers are still in the Arabian Sea. What are they doing there? They are still around because they know that the negotiations are going to fail and they will go back to war. Trust me, write the date of today down. Today is the 24th of June 2026. I'm going to come back to remind you on what I'm telling you right now. So you don't have to wait for something to end before you know it has already failed. You can see every indication that it will end in a fiasco. So it's not like I'm praying for the war to continue, but they are just buying time. They are just buying time. And trust me, we are going to come back here to talk about it. But I might be wrong. This is my own opinion. What is your own opinion about this whole negotiation thing? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Remember to like, comment, and share this video. And look out for my next update. God bless you.